Hi everyone, it's Tammy and welcome to today's training. Today we're going to talk about Facebook page setup. Now page and fan page, they're interchangeable terms. So we're going to talk about how to properly set them up and some of the reasons why they are important. As you know, Facebook has, I think it's close to 1.8 billion active monthly users. So the fact that your customer is on Facebook is highly likely, and you can certainly find them. But there's some things that you need to do in order to reach them properly, and we're going to go through them progressively over the next little while. But we're going to start with a Facebook fan page setup. So some things that I will mention, because I'm recording today obviously, but Facebook and changes its algorithms, I don't even know, like daily. But they're always striving to improve. So what it looks like today may look slightly different depending on when you're watching this, but you can certainly use these steps to get your page set up and get it functional. So there are some really good reasons why you'd want to start with a Facebook page or why you want to create one, and that's because they're public. So basically anyone can see them. Anything that's posted on there, anybody can see. If you can share from your Facebook page to your private, your personal page, but they're also meant for business use. Now you have to be very careful with your personal profile page, and yes, obviously there's an extent of personal promotion that goes on when you have a business. Everybody does that. But if you're doing it excessively and you get reported, Facebook can close down your personal page. So you want to be careful with how much information you're actually posting on your personal page. Now, sharing it from your business page to your personal page, absolutely acceptable. And you're going to want to do that anyway, because you'll get very little organic reach on your Facebook page without any sort of self-promotion. So it's one of the reasons they're public. Two, what I like about Facebook fan pages is that you can schedule posts in advance. So you can create something today, schedule it for tomorrow. And I apologize if some of this is very basic. Some people may or may not know this, but I want to go through it all. But that's one of the things that I really like, because you can schedule posts in advance, and maybe you're going to be busy tomorrow, or on a Saturday you're taking your family out for the day and you want to make sure that you're interactive with your page, then you can schedule a post in advance. So I really like that feature. Also, and ultimately, the biggest advantage of a fan page is that you can advertise through them. Now, we're not going to talk about advertising today, because that is a whole huge topic, but that is the biggest advantage of having a Facebook page. Okay, so we'll explore advertising in another video. So essentially, to create a Facebook page, there's 5 simple steps, but there's a lot involved in each of those steps. So in order to get started, we're going to go down here, and I'm going to create kind of a dummy page, but you can follow through the steps, and they won't be exact, but they will be very close. Okay, so I'm going to click here on pages, and these are obviously a lot of the pages that I like. Most of them are invites from friends and family that I want to keep in touch with, and of course some mentors and some really great information out there. So we're just going to go up here to create page, and you're going to be presented with 6 different options. You want to pick the one that's most applicable to you. So we have local business or place. This is generally for anybody that has a physical address. A company or organization or institution, a brand or a product. So if you're promoting something specific, artist, a band, or a public figure. So if you're just promoting yourself and you're doing some like motivational speaking, things like that, that usually falls within there. Entertainment, cause, and community are generally nonprofits. Okay, so for today, I'm going to select public figure, and then I'm going to choose a category. So you can see down here, these are mostly for individuals. So if you're an actor or an artist, coach, you can pick from any one of these. I'm going to go with public figure. And of course, I'm going to just put in my name here. And it's going to tell me to get started. So I forgot that I already have a page created. So let's go back here and pick or brand and product. How about that? So I'm going to pick website, and I'm going to say Laptop Executive University. Just click get started. And you can just keep in mind that you can change the category and even your name at a later date. So if there's something that you're not sure about the name that you want to use, you can certainly change it. But I will suggest that you use your own name. Create a brand around your own name if you can, unless it's something very, very specific. But once you create a brand around your own name, what happens is that you can, if you decide today you're selling one product and tomorrow you want to sell a different product, well, you've actually just built a brand around you and not around your product. So you can change that at any point in time that you like. So if most of you are doing network marketing with a home-based business, that's what I'd suggest that you do, because you can do so much with it. So let's move on here. So now Facebook is going to give us some options here, and it'll give us a lot of page tips. I always start right at the beginning. Come to your new page. We're going to add a cover photo, so you can either click here and upload a photo, or you can click up here and add a photo and just upload from there. And that's where you're going to go to change it if you would like as well. So I've already pre-saved a few here. I'm just going to select one. Now your cover photo has to be 851 megapixels or pixels by 315 pixels for your desktop. Okay. Now Facebook will crop some of that out on your mobile phone, so that will reduce down, and you'll only see, a part of this picture on a mobile phone. But in order to fit properly, and if it doesn't, you can certainly drag it and drop it. I have mine set to the right dimensions, but if not, you can certainly move it around. And there are some tools out there that I can show you later of how to create some of these perfect sized cover photos, and it makes it really, really easy. And there's some already pre-made, but okay, so we're just going to save that one. And then, of course, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to add a profile picture. Now, with a profile picture, I do recommend that you use a picture of yourself. So if you don't have a professional shot taken, I highly suggest that you go and get a picture, a headshot. Get a photographer, a professional photographer to do some professional headshots for you that you can use in some of your marketing material. But obviously, if you're just starting out, you don't want to go to that expense. So get as professional as you possibly can. Take a few and then choose one that's best for your cover photo, because this is really representing you and your brand, and you want people to engage and trust you and like you just from your picture. So make sure that it's something professional looking, or it's speaking to the audience that you're trying to speak to. Profile pictures should be at least 180 by 180, so they're going to be square. And if they're too big, Facebook will adjust them down for you. So we're just going to upload a photo here. I already have a PNG photo here, so I'm going to just upload that. And of course, this is what I mean. You just drag and drop your image till it's centered and save. And it may take a few minutes. There we go. and then that's going to reset. Okay, so right now what I could do is just look through all of the page tips. Facebook guides you easily through, but I'm going to do this a little bit differently because I don't like to miss any steps. And like inviting friends right here, you really don't want to invite friends till you have some content on your page. So I wouldn't suggest that you follow through on the tips, but you can come back to them later and just double check that you've done everything. Okay, so what I am going to do is go up here to settings. You can see right above the cover photo, and I'm going to walk through the steps here, okay? And I'm just basically going to go through each one of these steps down the side, make sure I fill everything out, and as I do, each tab will have things that I need to set up, okay? So here we're saying shortcuts, page is not pinned to shortcuts, and I'll show you what that means here. Here's a list of my shortcuts here. As you can see, they're in various order. So once I say yes, I want to pin that to my shortcuts, you can see that it should now show up over here, and there it is. Okay, so I'm going to pin that to the top. Page published, that just means that it's visible. Now if you ever want to take your page down for some reason or hide it for a while because you're working on something, you can certainly unpublish it here and then just save it and then republish it at any point in time you want. I do have some pages that I have unpublished at this moment. Visitor posts. Okay, so essentially right now automatically set to allow visitors to post on your page videos, photos. You can change this if you want to review all the posts by other people before they're published to your page, or disable posts by other people. I wouldn't suggest that you disable posts by other people on the page just because you want to create some sort of environment where there's interaction going on your page. And that's already hard enough with getting organic reach. So you want to be able to let your fans post. But if you think that there's something, for some reason, that you may not want to allow some posts on your page, you can certainly set it to review posts here before they're automatically saved. I don't tend to do that, but the option is there. Okay, newsfeed audience and visibility for posts. So you want to leave that turned off because you want all of your visibility or your posts to be visible. You don't want to limit that. Messages. People can contact my page privately. Yes, you want people to be able to send you messages. The thing about Facebook Messenger, on a Facebook fan page, you can't initiate contact with a fan of your page. So basically, like your personal interactions when you send somebody a message on Messenger, you can't do that on a fan page from you as the initiator. So basically, people have to contact you first. So just bear that in mind if somebody writes a post on your page, hey, can you send me a message about this? You won't be able to respond through Messenger. So just let them know, quickly, hey, Facebook doesn't allow us to directly message fans until they message us first. So just drop me a message and I will reply to you. And that usually takes care of any sort of issues with that. But there are some new really, really great tools coming out to help with Facebook Messenger. So again, unless you have a reason that you don't want people to send you messages directly, highly recommend leaving that on. Allow others to tag posts of videos published by Laptop Executive University. You could certainly turn that on if you have friends or followers that you're posting group photos and you want or allow them to tag themselves in your photos, so you can turn that on. People and other pages are allowed to tag your page. So basically, if you attended an event of some sort, they can tag you in their posts. Page location for frames. Allow other people to use Laptop Executive as a location for frames. That I always just leave on. Page is visible to everyone. So basically here, if you want it to just limit this to Canada or North America. You could certainly just put in United States and Canada, or even just English-speaking countries, and then just only show this page to viewers in these countries. So you could limit your visibility outside these countries, and sometimes that is something you may want to do as well. Age restrictions. This is Facebook. You can only join Facebook when you're 13 and over. So it's a default to be set to anyone over 13. Now, if you're selling any sort of dietary program, alcohol, and there are some prohibited items that you won't be able to advertise on Facebook, and alcohol is one of them. However, you can still have a page that's related to alcohol, but you won't be able to set your audience to the age of majority in your country. So essentially you want to, again, if you're selling a diet supplement, Canada, it's going to be over 19, and in the US it's going to be over 21. If you just set it to alcohol related, Facebook will just automatically select the age groups within your country. Page moderation. Here you can put in any specific words that you want to have blocked, if outside of blatant swear words or curse words that you'd want to put in here. But again, every situation is unique, so you can certainly put them in here and just separate them by commas. But you don't have to worry about putting swear words in here. You can do that down here and just turn this or set this to medium or strong. I always set my profanity filter to strong. Okay. Similar page suggestions. Include laptop when recommending similar pages. So that basically is Facebook. If they see a page that's similar, they can recommend yours. If a fan likes another page that's similar to yours, they'll suggest that they like your page as well. So just want to leave that on. Page posts are automatically published when you update on this page. Automatically publish posts when information is updated. So basically, if you change your cover photo, it would give a notification to your fans that you've made a change on your page. Post in multiple language. You can certainly change this if you have someone that speaks another language that's managing your page. Show people who understand other languages. So you've probably seen this in your news feed when it comes up at the bottom, translate now or translate this. If you see that one of your friends is making a post in Spanish, for example, or French, you can say translate this and you get an idea. So I always leave that on. See most relevant comments by default. I don't turn this on mostly because I want to see them all. I want to see everything that comes in, and I want to see them in chronological order. So you can certainly change that if you like. Okay, so content distribution. Basically, if you turn this off, people just won't be able to download your information through Facebook. Download page, you can download a copy of everything that's happened on your page. So if there's something you want to see from goodness last year and you can't seem to find it, you could certainly download it and search through it. Or if you wanted to move a lot of your content to another page, that also would be very useful there. Merge duplicate pages. You can do this if you found that you have a second page or secondary page and you set up another one in error, or because sometimes Facebook with business addresses will let people check in and it'll create a page automatically even if a company doesn't have one. So sometimes that will happen and you just want to merge them together. Okay, and then you can delete your page here, and recommended actions basically is just giving some advice to your followers. Okay, so that's all in the general tab. And now we're going to go to messaging. Now, messaging, I like to have on some automatic messages so that when my fans reach out to me or send me a message, if I am not available, then my messenger will still send a response to my customer advising that I have got a message, I received it, and I will be in touch with you as soon as possible. So that helps a lot when obviously you're not always on top of your page, but also time zones, and there's a lot of differences. So I turn all of these on. Okay, so response assistant. I like to have this on because I like Facebook to send automatic responses to anybody who's has messaged my page, and perhaps I'm just not right there at the moment to respond to a message. I just want to let my customer know that, hey, I did receive your message. I'll be in touch with you as soon as possible. And, with time differences in life, and, we can't constantly be sitting. It's not reasonable to think that we could be sitting in front of our computer or in front of our phones 24/7. So I like to have this. The only thing that I suggest that you change is they have some great responses here, but I like to put my name in here, and I'll say, have a great day, Tammy. Now you can add personalization. So you can just add in, that doesn't seem to be working. If I go up here and just add personalization, first name, there we go. Now it's going to add the person's name that's reaching out to us through Facebook, and then it just signs off. So I'm going to save that. And then stay responsive when you don't have access to your computer or phone. So basically this one goes immediately. Then this one will say basically the same thing, just lets you know that you'll respond as soon as possible. It's the same message, they don't go separately. Okay, so then we have show a messenger greeting. So create a greeting that people will see the first time they open a conversation with you on Messenger. So this is a little bit different than an automatic message, or an automatic response. This is as soon as they open Messenger to your page, this is what they're going to see. Okay, so that is also a really great little feature. Okay, so now we're going to move on to edit page. You can set up a template that will basically reflect different types of businesses that is more pertinent to yours. So if I went nonprofit, it would give me certain templates, politicians, services. So I'm going to change mine to services and just put apply template. When you apply this template, you'll see the following changes. So the services tab will be visible and your groups tab will be hidden. Okay, say okay to that. Now what I like here is, and I'll show you over here on another page. So, oops, that's not that one. That's the one I'm working on. So if you look at your voice media, for example, you can see the order that the page is in. So this is where you would, if you want to put them in different order, you could do that over here. Okay, so I'm going to move my about page up here, and you just drag and drop them. So if I wanted my posts to be next, and photos and videos, then you can just change them around there. Now I always like my about page to be up there first, but you can certainly change them in any way that you like. Okay, so post attribution. That is how you respond to people who are posting on your page. So if you made a post and then somebody made a comment on it, how you're replying or liking things that are happening on your page. Okay, so I always leave that as my page. But if you ever wanted to change it to Tammy Critch, you could change it here, or of course your name. Notifications. I'd leave this set by default. Get a notification every time there's an activity on your page if you want to stay up on it. But sometimes if you have a lot of interaction going on, you may want to just change it to get one notification every 12 to 24 hours, and that'll give you a summary of everything that's happened on your page throughout the day. And you can turn any of these off if you like. Messages, get a notification each time your page receives a message. Yes, you definitely want that. I always leave the emails off because with notifications, I don't also need an email. It's just overkill. And but some people, again, prefer to get an email and then it prompts them to come in to check Facebook. It just depends on how much time you're spending on Facebook. And then of course you can turn on or off text messages for notifications. I turn them off as well. Okay, whoops, so page roles. Here is when you create a page, you're automatically created as an admin, and I highly recommend that you add a second person on your page as an admin. That it just happens if there's ever any loss, like you've somehow taken yourself off of your Facebook page as an admin. I think they finally put in some safeguards against that, but it has happened in the past. So find somebody you trust and add them as an admin to your page, because if you ever need to get in there, if you're ever blocked out, then that person can grant you access and re-add you as an admin. And if they're not an admin, there's different things that get limited to what they can do on your page. So let's just go through those. Okay, so you would add the person here, and then you'd give them rights over here. So basically an admin has complete and total access to everything that you have access to. Okay, an editor can edit the page, send messages and post as the page, create Facebook ads, see which admin created a post or comment, or view highlights. A moderator can also respond to and delete comments, send messages on the page, see which admin created. So they can see things, they can create ads, but they can't edit the page. Okay, an advertiser. Now this is somebody, if you're outsourcing advertising to, you don't want to have them see all of your information or be able to control your page. Basically, an advertiser just has access to your page to create ads, view highlight insights, and then create a post or a comment. And then an analyst just can go in and just look at what's on there and just analyze some statistics. Okay, and then collaborators or contributors, they can just basically go in and make some posts on your page as well. Okay, so again, just a reminder, it's very important that you add a second admin. Add your husband or your sister or your mother or somebody that you completely trust, so that you never have to worry about losing access to your page. So basically here is where you would see the people that like your page, or people who are following your page. Obviously there's nothing in here right now because we're just setting it up, but as you gain access you can see pages that like your page and people that you've banned. And you may find that you have to ban somebody just because you don't like the way that they're interacting with your page. So you just have to click there and type in their name, and Facebook won't let them have access to your page going forward. Here you can set your preferred page audience. I don't set a preferred page audience, but again, if you have a very niche, very specific audience, let's say you're dealing with seniors, you can input an age group, locations, things like that. But I've found very few people who really have ever had to use this, because just let's say you're dealing with only seniors, but you're marketing to their friends and family to raise awareness to something that they may need, then you don't want to have your Facebook limited. But again, you can certainly set that up. This is where if you have services or apps connected to your page, you'll see them here. Instagram adverts, you can connect this to your Instagram account. And then if you're advertising at Facebook, you can have the option to send to Instagram, send the ad to Instagram as well. In my business, I don't advertise on Instagram. I don't find it very effective, but there are people there that are making millions of dollars, so it's working for someone. This lists any pages that you may have liked as your page, and then cross-posting. So if you have another page and you want to cross-post between those pages, as long as they are fans of each other, you can cross-post on those. All right, so that is pretty much everything in settings. You can go to messages. This is where you will see anything message related that's incoming to your page. Notifications, you'll also get notifications up here. But this will tell you all of the notices that are coming in. If you have a new fan, if you have a message, somebody's liked or commented on or shared anything on your page. And Insights is a very useful tool. We're not going to get into it too much, but this is basically where you would come in and find out any insight into what's happening on your page. So, the actions that have happened, how many people have viewed it, how many people have liked it, reach, post comments, and of course down here you're going to see your 3 most recent posts and any engagement that you may have had. So I'll just show you over here on my other page. So you can see between the 13th and the 19th of June, I've had 5 page views, 1 page like. The reach is down a little bit over last week. Post engagements and the videos. And then these are my recent posts and how much reach, and this is organic reach, that I've had on each of those posts. So that one performed very well, 226. But as you can see, organic reach doesn't really get very far without paying for it. Okay, and then down here, this is a really interesting feature. You can add pages to watch. So if you have a competitor that you want to see what's happening on their page, you can see if they're growing their likes, what's happened, how many posts they've had this week, how much engagement they had. It's really, really cool comparison tool. So you can just add the page here and add your competitor in here and just kind of watch what is happening on their page. Okay, and there's a whole bunch of other features that you can look at here. And then publishing tools, we're not going to get into. We'll get into more about this another time, but this is basically all the posts that have happened on my page, what is scheduled in advance, and draft expiring posts. So this is things that I've drafted and haven't put together, but most of mine are on the fly. So I do have scheduled posts, but I usually use a tool for that. Okay, so that would be it. Then we're going to go back to our page. And this is the next important step. What we want to do is go through the About page and make sure that everything on the About page is filled in. Okay, so here I can set a URL or a username that makes it. This is a really, really important step that you want to make sure that you fill out, because you want people to be able to remember you, something really easy to remember, and that you can use when you're sending them links and use on your website and all that good stuff. So you want to find a good descriptive username. So I'm going to say, I can't use Laptop Executive because I've used that on my actual page, but I can certainly just say Laptop Executive University, and it'll give me a little red check and say that it's available. So say create username, and sometimes it isn't available, eligible to have a username because you need at least 25 likes on your page. So you can certainly come back to this when you have a few likes on your page. Now this doesn't apply to every type of page you set up, but it's clearly one of the reasons that that's happened on this page is because I've set it up as a website. Okay, so you definitely want to come back though and take care of that. And then you're going to just click on these and fill them out. So the year that it was founded, and it's really cool to have a mission statement. Like, what is your purpose for the page that you've created? So I've created a website empowering women to find their voice and build their dreams. Now, I just made that up on the fly, but you want it to be something specific for your page. Okay, so that's my mission. Enter your phone number. I highly suggest that you not do that. So I'm just going to uncheck my phone number. Now, that's just because I'm doing a service-based business. If you have a physical address business, a store of some sort, a restaurant, a hotel, anything like that, you definitely want to make sure that you fill in your phone number here so they can contact you. Okay, enter your email address. Okay, so you just enter your email address here, enter your website. Edit other accounts. If you had another Facebook account you wanted to connect them, you could. Okay, edit About Us page. Now, About Us, this is a short description and you're limited to 255 characters, but you want those characters to be very descriptive and really tell people what it is that you do and how it can benefit them. So give that some thought. You can certainly fill it out and come back to it and change it, but you definitely want it to speak to people. Okay, so I wouldn't put in here, I wouldn't talk about my product here. I would talk about how it helps people, or what's in it for them, what's in it for my customer. So make sure you give that quite a bit of thought and write something powerful. And if you need to go and look at other people, see what somebody who's very successful that you want to emulate, just have a look at what they have to say and then fill that in there. I wouldn't bother with impress them. Edit company overview. Here you're just going to put in some information about your company, the founding date. Edit awards, like I would definitely enter anything pertinent to what your business is. If you've won any awards or been recognized for anything, put that in there. Edit products. Now, if you're selling a physical product, you definitely want to put this in here. And remember that Google ranks Facebook pages. So this is where any keywords that are important to your business would go. Any well-known physical products that you sell, you would put them in here by name. And you can just keep listing any sort of products that you're offering here. Okay. If you're a restaurant, you can add your menu here. You can upload a PDF file or a photo. And here you can add your privacy policy. And you're going to need a privacy policy here if you decide to advertise on Facebook. Okay. I think mine is actually a dash, not an underscore. So I will just copy my link if it's going to be that stubborn and save it. Okay. And then up here is basically your story. Now, when you filled out your About Us section that only had 255 characters, here you can expand on that. And I, again, highly suggest that you do. You can put in some keywords in here. And again, try and figure out a way that speaks to people. Don't talk about your product. Talk about what your product does for your customer. For example, skincare, you talk about agelessness and brand new skin, or it's not quite the right terminology, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. You want to put in a description in here about what you're going to do for your customer and the end result that customer is going to get. Supplements, feel young again, or tired of feeling sick and tired. Just things like that that are just going to really appeal to your audience. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Okay, and then lastly, up here, you're going to add a button. Okay, so now you have some sections here that you can select from. You can book services, book now, start order, get in touch, call now, contact us, send a message, sign up, get a quote, send an email, learn more. So you can connect a video to the learn more, or connect your web page here so they can go find out more information about you, make a purchase or a donation, download an app or a game. Now, I don't find that most people are going to come on Facebook and really book a consultation without speaking with you first. They're highly unlikely to call you, although I've called restaurants through Facebook. You can do a contact us, so you can get information from your customers with an email address. So you can add your form here, send a message, sign up, send an email. But I'm just going to say send a message, and they can automatically send us an email to Messenger, and then we can respond. And of course, I'm going to turn on my automatic instant replies here, and I'm going to say thank you for your message. We're sorry we missed you, but we'll be in touch as soon as possible. Thank you, Tammy. Now I have this really cool tool on my Google app. It's called Grammarly, and it tells me when I've spelled something incorrectly, and then all you have to do is hover over it, and it'll give you the proper spelling, and then you just replace it. It also works for grammar mistakes. So it's really a great little tool if you want to add that in there, or add that to your Google Chrome extensions. And there you go. So again, I'm going to now go through my page tips, make sure I haven't missed anything. And of course I have missed some things because I'm going to delete this page once we finish up here. But before you invite your friends, I would suggest that you make some posts. So as you can see, the posts that we uploaded are all appearing as posts, but you want to make sure that you're adding some great content posts here. So if you want to share a photo, let's just upload a photo. Well, we already have one here. Let's see what else I have. I have some other photos in here. Oh, some of my Facebook ads. So let's say I wanted to make this post. Check out this awesome Facebook tip and comment below with your thoughts. Okay, so here's what I was going to cover later, but we might as well. So right now I could hit publish here, same as on your timeline. It would automatically go and it'd be published onto your page. But you can also go here, click this little arrow, down arrow, and hit schedule. And I could schedule this for tomorrow, 22nd, for the same time, let's say 8 a.m. It's in the 24-hour clock. So I can say 8:33 a.m. and I can just schedule that, and now that's going to show up in as a scheduled post for tomorrow. So you can see here, scheduled post, schedule for tomorrow, so you can see it. And then if you need to edit it, you can just click on it, you can have a look at it, and then if you need to edit, you just add that here, and then just change whatever it is that you need to edit. So that's how scheduled posts work. If I go back to my page here, so add 5 or 6 comments, posts, videos. The way rankings with Facebook works are that texts are ranked lowest, then photos, and then videos. So whenever you possibly can, do Facebook Live videos because they get an automatic reach. People get automatically notified through Facebook notifications that you're live, and this can really help with the reach that you're getting. So if you did a Facebook video, it would get higher reach than a text, but if you did a live video, then that's going to get the most organic reach that's possible in Facebook. And then all you're going to do is come over here, click invite your friends, and you're going to see a list of all your friends, and you can search by location, where they are, what groups they're in, and if you've already segmented them, you can just say close friends and then just select the ones that you want to invite, and then invite friends, same thing. Okay, so that's in the tips part, or it's over here on invite your friends. I wish they had, and maybe they do, I've just never searched it, a way to just invite everyone at the same time. Oh, here we go. Ask and you shall receive. So right now they're all selected. Okay, so if you want to invite everyone, you just click invite and it'll invite all of the friends on your list. Okay, so that was up here in see all friends. Select all, or you can deselect them and then just individually invite them. All right, and then you have a powerful page that will allow you to reach people the most effective way, and your posts will start going out. You can collaborate with other people. I would certainly recommend that you invite as many of your friends as possible, but again, make sure you have some content on there first that people can have a chance to review. Okay, so with regards to what to post and how to post it, well, we just spoke about what to post. Regarding how often to post, now if you're not going to be at Facebook every day, the scheduling tool is amazing little benefit to help you schedule some posts in advance. There's been lots of studies on when the best time is to post, and obviously you want to make sure that you're posting at the time that most of your friends and fans are going to be online. It gets a little challenging with you're dealing with a lot of different time zones. But organic reach is tough, as I said, on Facebook anyway. The biggest suggestion that I could give you is just to be consistent. If you're only going to post once a day, just make sure that you're posting once a day. Commit to making sure that that's happening, and your fans will start looking forward to the information that you're posting for them, and then you'll get some more engagement if they know kind of approximately when to expect something from you. And then the last thing is also there are tools out there that can help you schedule posts and do your posting in advance. There's Hootsuite and Buffer. You can certainly look up those applications, and I think they're between $10 and $20 a month. And then you can schedule a whole bunch of content in advance and even do a month. I would suggest having a content calendar so that you know kind of what content you want to put out, and you're not scrambling every day trying to figure out, oh my gosh, what am I going to post today? Oh, I need to get a post out. What am I going to do? I haven't got anything ready. But if you sit down maybe on a Sunday afternoon and look at, okay, what am I going to post all this week? And you have a great tool like Hootsuite or Buffer, then you can schedule those in advance across all of the platforms that you have. Otherwise, you can just use the posting opportunity in Facebook and just schedule them that way. But doing it in advance and having a content calendar will take so much stress off of your plate. I hope that was helpful for you, and I look forward to your feedback. Just again, make sure, as I said, that you're going through and filling out all of the content that's required on your Facebook page, and they will be a little bit different depending on which type of selection you made right from the beginning. If you're doing a store, if you're doing a brand, if you're doing a website or a personal brand, just using your name as a personality. But generally, as you walk through each of the steps, you'll see that there's a lot of similarities through them and how you can change and make sure that you have all the information that they're required. And all of that will help you rank when people are doing searches in Google, and it will also help you when you're ready to advertise on Facebook. So if you have any questions at all about Facebook pages, or if you need any help, just give me a holler. I'm happy to help. Or if you think I've left something out, then please feel free, drop me a note, and I'd be happy to give you a hand. I will go through a couple of places, maybe tomorrow, on how you can create your content, images, and things like that on a special tool that I use almost every day. And it helps me a lot with proper sizing and all of that good stuff for my social media posts. So thank you very much for tuning in. And again, I hope it was helpful, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great one. Bye.